Emergency procedure topic. There will be 13 subchapter in this chapter. The topic cover from vessel grounding, collision, personnel safety and emergency actions. This chapter will end with search and rescue action for exposure to the marine world. But before that, we will go briefly on abandoning ship and rescuing in distress. Abandoning ship. When abandoning ship, we should first summoning all ship personnel to emergency station and they are made aware of the order to abandon ship. Report to the stations and prepare for the duties as per emergency list. Check the passengers and crews are all in suitable dress. Checking life jacket to see where they are correctly donned. Lowering of at least one lifeboat after any necessary preparation for launching if practicable. Starting and operating the lifeboat engine ahead and the stern for a period of not less than 3 minutes. And finally, the operating davits used for launching the life raft. See survival position to avoid hypothermia. This is the help position and huddle position. Help stands for heat loss lessening position. Personnel rescuing procedure. With the men overboard, time and the ship response is critical. In the event you are the victim or whether it is one person or an entire crew, survival depends on 3 things: courage, training and time. Courage is your mental attitude. Do not give up. Do what you were trained to do to survive if you fall in the water. Time is of the essence. In helicopter hoist procedure, the wind developed by the helicopter rotor system can be over 70 knots. It is important to have all loose gear on deck securely tied down or stowed below deck. The rotor system could be destroyed if any loose objects are blown into the rotor during the hoist. It is very important to plan ahead because your voice cannot be heard over the noise made by the helicopter engine. A helicopter might be used to rescue survivors or evacuate injured mariners. The rescue can be done by using basket, sling or stock litters. While setting up the distress preparations, we should firstly prepare hospital, plot rendezvous point, radar on long range scanning and systematic plotting of the target detected. Communication officer should be standby and manual steering. Post extra lookout as high as possible. Pass on the details with relevant search and rescue operation updated to RCC. Prepare rescue boat and emergency crew. Rig gas wrap, which is a rope that extends from forward to up, and then advise owner's agent and reschedule the ETA. Chief officer also have their duties. Rig derrick on each side with platform cargo, sling ready to help. Get rescue boat ready and crew standby. Keep life raft ready but do not inflate. When approaching the scene, post extra lookout, get in touch with RCC and follow the instructions. Make own vessel visible to survivors. At night, signal the lamp, and by day, black smoke or use ship whistle. Do not dump anything overboard, this may confuse the survivors. Search and rescue. Upon receiving a signal from any source that a ship or aircraft is in distress, it is the responsibility of all vessels in the area to go to the site and give help to the ship, aircraft or person in distress. The signal can be ranged from a ship that is sinking or on fire, a downed aircraft, man overboard, or serious illness or injury aboard ship. A ship at sea can be alerted to an emergency by the following helps. First, the radio or radio telephones. Secondly, visual international distress signal. And thirdly, aircraft. It must be assumed that in each incident there are survivors who will need assistance and whose chances of survival are reduced by the passage of time. The chances for survival of injured person decrease by as much as 80% during the first 24 hours. For uninjured person, diminish rapidly after the first 3 days. The success of an SAR operation depends on the speed with which the operation is planned and carried out. Once your ship has been alerted to the distress situation, you will acknowledge and provide a continuous radio guard on 2182 kHz channel, which is the channel 16. The next step is to determine your exact position and the position of the vessel or aircraft in distress. Then the entire crew of your ship is to start preparing for the rescue. First, get heaving lines, ladders and scramble net rigged on your bows of the vessel. Prepare to receive survivors who may need medical assistance, and finally, put lines over ship's side to assist any lifeboat or life raft that may secure alongside. SAR incident through a sequence of 5 stages. These stages are groups of activities typically performed by the SAR system responding to an SAR incident from the time the system becomes aware of the incident until its response to the incident is concluded. For some incident, the activities of one stage may overlap the activities of another stage, such as that the portion of the 2 or more stages are being performed simultaneously. Emergency phases are based on the level of concern for the safety of persons or craft which may be in danger. An SAR incident is classified by the Notified of Rescue Coordination Center or Maritime Rescue Subcenter as being in one of 3 emergency phases. First is uncertainty, secondly is alert, and thirdly is distress. The current emergency phase should be used in all communication about the SAR incident as a means of informing all interested parties of the current level of concern. Here are the example of real situation for SAR missions.
Birds.
Obstacle, obstacle. Obstacle, obstacle. Pull up.
Clear of conflict.
No relight after 30 seconds in your master 1 and 2. Confirm off.
Off. Go ahead, try number 1.
Hold on. No relight.
We're going to end up in the Hudson. This is the captain. Brace for impact.
You seen this?
Yeah. Christ, that's a plane. Deploy that man overboard ladder right away.
All right, I'm on.
Shit. Mayday, mayday, mayday. Coast Guard Sector New York, Channel 16, Thomas Jefferson. We have a passenger airliner in the North River. We're en route, we will advise.
Oh my God!
Evacuate.
Exits are unusable! Move forward to the overwing exit! And no exit now! Oh my
It's water in the back. It's all right. It's all right.